Step into the glow of the season with moonlight and magic. Our very first quarterly solstice gathering, a celebration of community, intuition, and enchantment.
Join us at Mimosas on June 13th for an unforgettable evening. Explore a curated marketplace of local mystical vendors, receive guidance from gifted intuitive readers, and experience magical performances that honor the power and mystery of the solstice.
This event is proudly sponsored by Taylor Pickett Styles, Tidal Wave Healing, and Moonbees Wellness, 3 magical forces dedicated to beauty, healing, and holistic well-being.
Whether you're a seasoned witch, curious seeker, enjoy local events, or simply drawn to the magic of the moment, this is your invitation to gather, connect, and celebrate the turning of the wheel. For more information on this event, please visit Waking Up the Witch at Instagram, or you can find our event on Facebook, Moonlight and Magic, a Midsummer Soiree.
See you there.
See you there. I'm Taylor.
And I'm Amber.
And this is
Waking Up the Witch. We're your neighborhood witches. Each week, we talk about all things witchy and connect with other humans in a storytelling format about navigating life on this floating rock.
We're 2 curious ladies trying to understand the human experience. But while we do that, we think it's important to honor the people that lived here before us and honor the cultures and traditions that we're being inspired by.
This podcast is about waking up the witch, which means we are learning and growing every day. That being said, we are always open to feedback on how we can do better.
The views and opinions of our guests don't necessarily reflect the views and opinions of Waking Up the Witch. Now, let's go, ghouls.
You have to do anything you don't want to. Check, 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 checkity, check. Holy fuck.
Welcome back.
Hi.
We came back just to say, fuck Donald Trump.
Fuck Donald Trump.
Fuck Donald Trump.
Holy shit. It's been a long time. Sorry, guys. Life.
Mm-hmm. Mom life.
It's been 6 or 7 months.
Since August.
Yeah, okay. So a long time. More than 6 months. We have truly missed doing this, and the life has just been lifing. So creating time to do this thing that takes time, as much as we love it, it's been a little challenging.
Mm-hmm.
But we're back, and hopefully gonna master this one. What is this, season 4? Are we on season 4? That gave me chills. I literally was driving to work today and thinking about that time that it was like right in the beginning. It was around Thanksgiving. So we've literally been doing this like a month and a half. And it was before we had nicer equipment. And we used to use my Apple AirPods, one-on-one. Like you would have one and I would have one. And that's how we would have the audio part for us. And my sister had just shown up and I was so excited, and I came in. I don't remember the guest off the top of my head, but I had forgotten the headphones. And so I got here and then had to go back and grab the headphones. And it was just like, I kind of felt that same energy today because it's been so long that I was like, what am I forgetting today?
What are we actually doing?
How do we even do this? But yeah, that's so wild. That was over 2 years ago. We've been doing this with lots of good breaks.
So much has changed.
Yeah, it's like I'm just grateful and I'm excited to be doing season 4, if that's truly what we're doing. I should have checked that before. Who cares? We're at it again.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. I think so. All right. In celebration of season 4 and classic Amber Taylor mess around, we're going to pop this bomb.
Just
Shake it.
kind of on accident. Hopefully it doesn't go everywhere. I'm nervous now. Hold on. I'm glad it didn't go everywhere. So nervous. ASMR. Sounded so good in my ears.
Enjoy the sound experience. I am an opus fan.
You're inspired by the opus. Hopefully this is good. Someone just gave it to me. I have no idea. I mean,
If
it's
it's not, it'll give
free
us a
wine.
headache. So.
I've got to leave. We're good.
Huh?
I have a leave. Like, if we get headaches, we can take a leave and
Got it.
take our drugs and our booze.
Okay.
Wait. These are in these beautiful crystal glasses that Taylor got me for my birthday. They only do that when they're empty.
All right. Well,
That was
cut a lot of that.
No, keep it in. That's hilarious. That's anticlimactic.
Anticlimactic.
Thank you. I knew that sounded weird, but it also felt really good on the tongue to say it.
We're back. Okay. So, before we kind of go into just like what's going on in our lives, I think that it's very important to talk about what's going on in America.
Yes.
This podcast has always been a timestamp, I think,
Oh, that just
for
gave me chills. Yeah.
us. It's kind of like how reality TV is a timestamp of what's going on in the country at that time. So since we have been here last, we had elections.
Yep.
And Donald Trump was elected the president of the United States. He's not my president, but
Not my president.
Nobody knows if it was a real election or not either.
It was certainly bought, that's for sure. But we don't do that.
But since
Donald Trump way, the stolen election shit, we don't play
Donald
that
Trump has become president, Elon Musk has somehow become president, which that came out of nowhere. In my opinion, I didn't see that coming. I'm hearing more from him than Donald Trump regularly.
Or JD Vance. Like, hi, what's the VP doing?
I have no idea. Probably putting on makeup in his bedroom and complaining about
couches.
trans people when he wears more makeup than anybody I know. It's a really hard time in America, and today specifically, Donald Trump put in the 25% tariffs on all goods coming in and out of Canada and Mexico, and Canada is ready to retaliate and threatening to cut off power to parts of America. So shit's getting wild, and I think we might be coming to a point where maybe some other people understand that people that have voted for him in the past,
I hope
this
so.
time,
I'm worried that
there are veterans that have been fired from their job, a lot of federal employees, park rangers, a lot of people that work for the VA, air traffic control people. Basically, a lot of essential jobs are being gutted in America right now, and they are selling the story. Also, a lot of our listeners don't even live in America, so this is like good information.
Yeah.
We are being sold the story that we're cutting costs for our tax dollars to be spent more effectively, when that is bullshit. And it's very clear that a lot of these federal jobs Elon Musk wants to take and put his businesses into. So I've read that he's making $4 million a day on all of these things that they've are now giving him the business that they've taken away from these other people.
And it's hurting people who need this care. It's hurting people that need
they're trying to take away Medicaid and
the
Social
food
Security.
stamps, like any support that the U.S. government can give to more marginalized people and people who have lower incomes, like it's affecting them. I was watching something,
but also the low income is just because they won't pay us anymore, and they're paying
100%.
CEOs more. So it's like they created this problem, and now they're taking away the only solution that we've had for the problem.
Yep. I was watching something the other day, and it was someone was following Meals on Wheels, which they go around and help primarily, or maybe not primarily, but they're feeding a lot of senior citizens that, like, whether or not they're in like a nursing home or assisted living home, but they go around and it's like the only like meal that they really get. And it's just like a little cooked dinner.
Hot meals, yeah.
And like it also is some of the only like human interaction that they get too. And there was one that they were talking about. There was like an old man had fallen the night before. And if it weren't for the people who were delivering his Meals on Wheels, like he might have never been found. It was like a whole day he was screaming for help. And because the Meals on Wheels people were there, like they were actually able to get EMTs sent over and help him. Otherwise, like people aren't visiting or checking on them regularly. And, you know, it's like just another piece of this beautiful program. And they're wanting to cut federal funding, which is 50% federally funded, which isn't even that much. And now, like, you know, food costs $1 million fucking dollars, so they're literally paying for this program.
Also, guess what? I'm not paying one more fucking dollar in taxes. I'm not doing it. I am not doing it. I'm not paying my money for war and Elon Musk and all of this stuff. If you want my money, come and fucking find it. I'm not paying you. I'm not. I don't want to. And I'm not trying to buy a house right now, so it doesn't fucking matter. The only reason I need to pay taxes is so my taxes are up to date to buy a house, and I'm not buying a house. So I'm not paying. I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
I would be so happy to pay my taxes if it went towards healthcare and helping people and all the things that other countries have. Almost every other country has.
I know, that's the most frustrating part, is like, why are we doing it this way? And what can we do about it? And it's hard to not feel hopeless. It's hard to not get overwhelmed and bogged down by the fucking daily news. And like, really, I'm trying to have like that better balance of like being informed while also like maintaining my own personal mental health, because there's shit happening every fucking second. We're not even seeing all of it. And it's so easy to get overwhelmed by this. And I used to, I was, I don't know. I was not necessarily totally ignorant to politics. Like I had my belief systems and like where I landed, but I wasn't always paying attention when I was younger.
No.
And
Pre-2016?
I just wasn't, exactly. I just wasn't really taught that. But I remember like having such pride when Obama like got elected. Like, I mean, I was paying attention to some things. The first year I could vote like was right after 9/11. So like there were things happening that
You're
like
so old.
I know I'm old, but like that's so fucking crazy.
That
like
is
that
crazy.
I was 16 when that happened. And
Crazy.
so like that was something where I'm like, I'm starting to pay attention to things. So I really had a place where I was landing. I've always leaned more Democrat. But like this isn't fucking about politics anymore. And we have to fucking pay attention because like we have to fight
everyone's
this.
livelihood.
Everybody, like you are not fucking safe. And if you aren't paying attention, it's because you have the privilege to not pay attention, or you've had the privilege this far
and you won't.
to not pay attention. And like I know so many people in my life and in my family who are like, it's just overwhelming. And I fucking get that. Trust me, I understand that. But we have to fucking wake the fuck up, and we have to do what we can. Like, choose one thing that lights a fire under you. If it's just one thing, I know there's 1,000. It's so hard. I'm pissed off about so many things that are happening in this administration. And it's only been 6 weeks. It's so fucking crazy. But choose one thing that you can really like dedicate your attention to educate yourself. Maybe it's signing petitions. Maybe it's volunteering your time, boycotting. Like, literally our dollar is like, our money that we make and spend is the most powerful tool that we actually have, and something that we can control. And I know that also is some privilege, and I totally fucking get that. And so if you can't do it every single day, or depending on where you live, like, I know Amazon has really made people's lives so much easier in that way, but like, only by the necessities. We are overspending. We're impulse buying. Like, there's links to things on our Instagram feeds and our TikTok feeds. Like, we got to stop buying shit that we don't need.
Also, convenience comes with a price tag. Why you need to ask yourself why convenience is so important. Some stuff we need to work for. You don't need to just push a button and have something show up at your house. It's not that, it doesn't have to be that, I don't know. It's not that big of a deal. Just like it's better to go out into your community. Okay, so fuck Walmart, right? But it's better to go to your local Walmart and buy that thing because someone in your community works there and is getting a paycheck there. That is not happening with Amazon. So if you have to go buy something local or buy something in general, at least go to a store near you, even if it's not one you want to support.
Yep.
But also, like, I don't think everything needs to be convenient. I think we need to slow down, come back to touch with reality.
We didn't always have this, and we all survived. And I think it's
get out in the community, go talk to somebody at the store.
Like, when there's something that you desire or want, like, really fucking think about it. Don't just like buy it. Like,
also, you can go to Amazon, see the thing you want, look where it comes from, go to that website, and usually you can buy it directly with a warranty, or like
you can
straight
also,
from the business.
Like, screenshot a photo and put the photo into Google search and find other places that are selling the same item. You might have to wait a few more days. You might even have to pay $2 more. But like, if we can stop pouring our money into the people who are pouring their money back into the system that is fucking us all, like, we have to try. And if you can, like, try to go to your local farmers markets, try to go to your local grocery stores.
If you don't have those things and you want them, try to start them in your community. This is the time.
I like that invitation.
Like, right now is get together with other people in your community and share goods and services in some capacity.
And trade if you can. Like, people can't always afford
trade
things.
Is tight.
Trade is like, that is such an important part of my business, is being able to do trade with people and to offer what I have, or doing discounts or giveaways. Like, there are things, like, if you are someone who has something that you can do, even if it's like, I bake cookies and they're the best fucking cookies in my town, like, what can you do to give back, like, in any sort of way? Because people are in need, and not everyone can afford things. And you know what? Being able to give when you can, even if it's something so simple, can change someone's day. Fucking bake someone some cookies.
Yeah. I think
and sit down and have some tea with them.
I think an important part of what's going on is being called to slow down and reconnect, because we are not buying whatever, wherever, whenever. So it's like, are you gonna bake your own bread? Are you gonna make your own food from scratch?
Grow your garden and share with your friends. Like,
and like, how can you do that? If you live in an apartment, you can still have a couple things near a window, or a little like window bed. Like,
I had the best garden box when I lived in an apartment on my patio. It was amazing.
So easy.
And then you're always going to have an abundant. Like, if you're producing fruits and vegetables, you're going to have too many. So how can you give back to people you know, or even like put a little free stand outside? Like, things are about to get really, really tough here. And so however we can contribute and like connect back into community it's going to save us and it's going to sustain us as we're going through this unprecedented
I think
bullshit.
there's something good on the other side of this, and
Absolutely,
I think that
I agree.
we're gonna have to trudge, I'm about to cry, through some really fucked up hard times to get there, but
Yeah.
it's this like the Phoenix moment,
Yeah.
right? We've got to burn this shit down because it is not working for
Yeah.
anyone. Even the people that voted for it, that think it's working for them, it wasn't. It was never. And you've been brainwashed to think it is.
Yep.
And so it's time for everyone to get mad.
Yep.
It is not white versus black, Democrat versus Republican, trans versus straight. It's not that. It's the rich versus the poor.
Yeah.
And it's not just happening in America. It's happening all over the fucking world.
Yep.
You need to be mad, and we need to work together. All of us need to work together with you. Okay, get off the fucking internet too and go talk to somebody that you disagree with, because I guarantee you have more stuff in common with that person than you don't. And so we just have to be talking to each other and not yelling at each other on the internet, because the internet makes everything fake and like
Trolls.
Disconnected.
Yep. Well, and it's easy to fucking say what the fuck ever behind your keyboard.
And
People
you're
are
not
mean.
seeing
You're not
someone as a
helping people.
human being when it's behind a keyboard or your phone, or nobody really uses a keyboard.
Okay, I'm a grandma.
We use that terminology, but you know, like human connection is so real. Okay, this is different than that, but also like people that are homeless or have mental health issues, even connecting with those people and realizing they're fucking humans too. Like, we are all just trying to survive.
Yep.
We're all here trying to survive, and we should all be here trying to do better.
Yes.
And if you're not, you've been fucking brainwashed, or you have a mental health problem that you need to get checked out.
Or you're a narcissist and only
Not
care
the
about
mental
yourself.
health problem.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Or you're just a piece of shit. And if you're that person, thanks for sticking around and listening still to someone else's opinion, and hopefully it's given you the opportunity to see things a little bit more clearly.
Yeah. This is my call out to the universe for everyone to connect and come together, and not, I think at first I had so much anger towards the people that chose this, but I'm finally like, this country was made to keep people uneducated so they could be controlled. So it's working exactly the way it's supposed to. But I hope with support of each other and gentle pushing in the right direction, we can all come together and get through this hard time. And I hope that it doesn't last as long. I hope it's not 4 years.
Oh my gosh.
I hope that things can hopefully since this is going so fast, it's speeding things up so fast that it'll be over fast, right?
Yeah, I mean,
fingers crossed.
Bring in the witchy piece of it. I should have written all these things down. Maybe we'll come back to it another time.
This is all just business stuff, but I do think we should be just doing a lot of episodes by ourselves again too.
I love it. Okay. I love it. It's so fun just chatting with you.
Ranting.
Yeah. It's so good.
Waking up the rants. Witchy rants.
Witchy rants.
That could be our like bonus episodes.
Patreon.
Whatever. Yeah.
Love it.
Cool. Okay.
Should I say anything more about that? Or
yeah. Say it, because then we'll like,
but do not talk about how we'll do it later, or
we'll be like, we're gonna go deeper into that, so come back next week. Okay. Because that's really awesome.
Curdy, rewind.
Oh, he said he's down, obviously.
I hope so, because I can't. I don't have time for that these days. Yeah, so thinking about all of this craziness and circling to the witchy podcast that we are, there is so much fascinating astrology information that I've really been nerding out on, and we'll do another episode that will kind of connect these pieces. But it's really fascinating if you look back, like this year and like since November of 2024, we have been going through some big planet changes. So they're going from one sign into another. And there are a lot of the outer planets, which take a really, 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 really fucking long time to transition into a new sign. So, for instance, Pluto went into Aquarius officially at like mid-November. And it had spent the last, I think, 16 years in Capricorn. And so it hasn't been in Aquarius in a really fucking long time, like over 100 years. And so that's really fucking fascinating. And thinking back to that time, like what was going on. And Pluto is the planet of destruction and transformation. And so it really goes down like deep, deep, deep into the waters and pulls up what like we're not seeing on the surface so that we can change it. And Capricorn it's a sign of stability and our foundation and our values. And so it just spent the last 16, 18 years in that sign. So thinking about like how that has been transformed, and here we are going into a new sign, like following Capricorn in Aquarius. And Aquarius is about the collective. It's about
Age of Aquarius. Just listen to that song. That's
seriously,
what it's about.
it's about like how we're all connected.
Holding hands and
it's about
flowers.
Fucking being the weirdos and doing things differently that like are not ways that are traditional. And so Pluto going into that, like all this stuff that's happening right now, it feels like on an astrology level, it just fucking makes sense. Like if you can take yourself out of the seriousness for just a second and look at it, like if we are affected by the moon, which that's fucking science. Like did
I share that TikTok with you?
Oh, I don't think so.
Oh.
I'm just like, I always think about this. Like we're fucking made of water, like so much water, and the moon affects us. It affects the tides. This is fucking science. And so if the moon in our solar system can affect us, then fuck yeah, the rest of the planets can affect us too. And they all hold certain kinds of energy. So it's really fascinating to me. And looking at like in the past, like when Pluto was last in Aquarius, like what historically happened. And we're about to have a bunch of other planets that are going through transformations this year in 2025. This year is also the number 9 in numerology, and numerology is about completions and endings and transformation as well. So thinking about this in a witchy way, like if that gives you any peace, and it's also the year of the snake. And snakes are about transformation and shedding the old so that they can have this fresh, new, beautiful skin. Like there's so much that we can make meaning of this horrible, crazy, fucking scary shit that's happening. And hopefully it can just give you some peace so that you can breathe, so that you can fucking get out there and fight and share your magic and share in community and hold on, because we can make it out of this. There's so much in history of these things happening where we fucking make it out. So we're going to be okay, but we have to fucking
I'm going to play
fight.
this TikTok.
It's real. Because the moon
Hold on.
Astrology is real. Because the moon controls the tides. We know in science the tides are water. In case you didn't know, and our body is 70% water. So the moon controls us. You bet your ass Aquarius is in Pluto. Aquarius. I forget which one goes into
kind
which,
of freaky.
but it's a big shift. It's huge. It's going to last for 20 years. We need to buckle the fuck up. It's giving coup.
It's Gabby. It's giving coup.
Be like Gabby the Bachelorette.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Revolting. It's a revolution.
obsessed.
The last time
We're
Aquarius was in
revolting.
Pluto was the American Revolution.
See?
Hello.
Hi.
We're revolting. But this time against totalitarianism.
Yeah.
This time against the fucking man.
Yeah.
We're decentralizing the power, okay?
That's
Gabby.
fucking funny.
I was like, wait, I heard this last night.
That's so funny. Also, she is so cute. I love
She's
Gabby.
so funny.
She's one of the old bachelorettes from a couple years ago.
Are you watching Traders right now?
No.
She's on this season.
Okay, I've been seeing her pop up like in
And
some memes.
they
I
were
was
like,
wondering.
what are you from? And she's like, The Bachelor. And I go, how did that go for you? She goes, well, I'm gay now. So
I love that.
she's so cute and funny. I was like,
She's
did
so
you?
cute
Did
and
I send
funny.
you that video last night?
No,
And you're
that's
just talking about it because you literally quoted the same thing.
You
So
know,
shout out to Gabby. Her podcast is, what is her podcast? Let me look it up because she just rants as well.
I love it. Kurt.
And I have terrible service. Long-winded with Gabby Windy.
I love that.
Yeah.
Cute. She's funny. She's
Mhm.
really funny. That's hilarious. Anyways,
So-
we'll do a whole episode and we'll kind of map out all the planets that are moving into new signs and when the last time they were in the sign and just kind of some key historical movements that happened during that time.
I'll do some real research. I'll put some
You
some
sure?
footwork in.
Oh, I thought you just said I'll do some meth and put some footwork in.
I might need some. So
It's so fun.
I think, and then maybe episode 3 we could bring an astrologer in for like a hot take on that and
Mhm.
like an expert. We'll do things different this season. We'll bring in an expert to talk about it.
Mhm.
And maybe just this season we'll focus on dismantling the system. Just 2 girls with hot takes and microphones and champagne.
And send us recommendations of things that you would love to see, people that you would love to hear from. We definitely have always wanted to have much more diverse conversations on here as well, and bringing forward voices of people who are marginalized and being targeted, especially right now. So if you have any recommendations or people that you love, we would love to try to contact them and see if we can get them on here for conversations, because it's really important to us and it's really important to the world we live in.
Okay. Well, that was a lot of ranting and it felt really good. And sometimes I
We've
lay
been
in
waiting
bed thinking
a long
I have
time.
so much to say.
Mhm.
And this is just my safe space. Like I mean, I can chit chat with friends, but like I feel like I want to say stuff in public, but I can't put it on Facebook. I've said this so many times. You can't put it always on the internet because of the internet. And so
Yeah.
like this is where I want to yell stuff. This is why I want to be back.
Yeah.
I have so much to say. I'm
Yeah.
so mad. And it feels good to be back.
Feels so good to be back.
I think we should just take the second half of this to maybe update on where we are because so much has changed in the
It's
last.
been a long time.
Should we do math? August, September, October, November, December, January.
We're like 7-8 months since our last
Okay.
and even that was like a month probably recorded before it actually came out.
Okay.
So it's been a long time.
Yeah. We should update on the last like 8 or 9 months for sure.
What have you been up to, Taylor?
I'm going to go first. Okay. Will you pour me some?
Yep.
Okay, so the last episode that we recorded was at the last place that I lived. I have spoken about this a lot, but I was paying like $2,600 a month, and I moved into this house with Curtis and my mom, thinking that 3 people are going to be paying rent here, and then like things didn't work out with my mom living there, which is duh. And then
It's hard to live with family.
No, totally. Like nobody did anything wrong.
No.
It's just like that doesn't work. And then we decided for our family that it didn't make sense for Curtis to go back to work or to leave our kid with somebody so he could make shit money. Like, so thinking back on that time, like me freshly postpartum,
Yeah. Wow.
paying all of these bills, supporting my family, just like just my income was like actually really fucking hard, and I just did it. And sometimes I'm like, how did I do that? Like, I have no idea. And so
Cheers,
we
girl.
survived an entire year. I paid 30 grand off someone else's motherfucking mortgage, which pisses me off.
Yeah, that's a lot of
And
money.
it's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money. And yeah, I just kept my head down. I worked. I took care of my family, and that's been a lot of the reason that it was really hard for me to come back to the podcast, because it's just like I'm kind of in survival mode of like, I'm the only one working. If I do come in here, I have to take either time away from work or my family.
Yeah.
And we aren't getting paid from this
No.
podcast. So it's like I have to make it worth it. And I do think it's worth it. I think pulling the trigger today and coming back in, like, I feel something I haven't felt in a really long time. And it's like something that I really need. My baby is 15 months old now. She is
cute.
walking and talking, and she's
And
so
smart.
funny and so cute. And I have a toddler, like full blown toddler. Such a toddler. And
She's so fucking smart.
She's
like, so smart. Saying
insanely
sentences.
smart.
Has like a million teeth.
She got teeth when she's like 4 months old. Like all of them, basically. She's just very advanced, which I feel very, very lucky. I've never had to worry about one thing. I never had to worry about her weight. I never had to worry about her brain. Nothing. Like her teeth, she never had like a fever teething. Like, she's been so fucking pleasant and such a champ. We have traveled all over with her. We just took her to Italy and Ireland, and she was so good and had so much fun. And she says ciao now.
She's still saying ciao.
Yes, she said it yesterday.
Cutest.
So we moved out of that house, and Curtis's grandma had this trailer she lived in Eagle Point, which is like 25 minutes outside of where we live.
Feels so far. Maybe because it's like in the middle of like farmlands and stuff. Maybe that's
you don't
why
get to like
feels
go
so
hang
far.
out in Ashland. Yeah,
like because you're gonna probably be the same distance, but it's all
it's closer.
It's all on a freeway.
5 minutes closer. So this trailer is from the 70s. It had like wood paneling and gross floors. So we pulled up some floors, we put in some carpet, we painted the walls. And we've been paying $500 a month since August. It has helped so much. I mean, we still are in so much credit card debt from maternity leave, which is another fucking flaw in the system. That shouldn't happen. I should not be in debt from my hospital bills and my fucking maternity leave. It is meant to keep me fucking poor and miserable. And so it's another thing that is just fucked up in this country. So we're dealing with that. And I'm paying every month, and just to try to keep us surviving. But I decided the other day, just like, I can't do this anymore. Like, it's been really nice to kind of get our head above water, but like, it's raining and the window's leaking now, and it's literally pouring in, and it goes down through the wall, and then it comes up through the floor, and then there's ants starting to come in everywhere, and there's fucking spiders. And I called the pest people, and they wanted $3,000, and I'm just like, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it. I hate this fucking place anyways. And so I was venting to some of our best friends the other day, and she said that she got a text message that morning from their landlord that the house 2 doors down, so one away from them, is up for rent. And so we were the first people to look at it. She's checking my references, and we know this podcast makes things happen. And so I'm putting it out there in the universe right now that by the next time we record, I will have answers on if I'm living
yes.
2 doors down. And I will. Why wouldn't I? She is so chill. She doesn't want us to fill out an application.
Oh my God.
She doesn't. She said she's very hands off. She's not going to check our credit. Like, she's just like, oh, I just
That
need
doesn't
some
ever happen out
references
here.
and
Amazing.
let me know. So it's gonna happen.
Hell yeah.
And it would change our lives. Like, we want our daughter to go to that school, like be in that school district anyways.
Yeah.
And so getting in there at that, like, this price, it's gonna be $1,800 a month, but that includes
That's-
utilities.
What?
Yeah.
In Ashland?
Yes.
What?
Yeah. She said, people tell me I'm stupid all the time for how low my rent is. I was like, girl, don't listen to them.
Oh
Like,
my God.
don't let them tell you, because
That's
it's great. And you're helping
amazing.
families.
Yeah.
And I will stay here until I buy a house if you let me be in this house. So
Amazing.
it's a duplex, but the bottom level is not rentable because it's not like a full house. So eventually, if like we had more money, I could rent out the bottom space as just like a mother-in-law suite and have like friends and
Amazing.
family stay there, or anyone that's like in Ashland, like wants to spend the night. I
That's
could set
fucking
it
rad.
up and just, or I could make it like a yoga space or a recording studio or
Yeah.
literally.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. I'm going to say it right now. When Waking Up the Witch makes their first money, we will put it into building a recording studio downstairs in my house.
Amazing.
Cool. There's a yard, there's a deck, there's a driveway. It's perfect.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's
I can
way
walk
less
to downtown
than what you were paying
Yeah.
here in Medford. I mean, that house was great, but
It was fine. It had issues, and
Yeah.
it was my electric bill was $500
yeah, that's
a month.
so crazy.
Like, I was
Bills are
paying
so
over
expensive.
$3,000 to live in a house
can't
that's not
believe
mine.
The utilities are included in that.
Same. I don't know if it's because like she can't separate the bottom part or something.
But she's not renting it, or like.
I also think
Which is
there's a third
interesting.
house on the property that I didn't know
okay,
about that I
okay.
found on the internet.
Okay, maybe that's why.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But either way, I'm like all in. I
Damn.
just have to pay for trash and internet.
That is like $150, and even trash is, I think, every other month.
No, it's $26 for trash, $60 for internet. So $80.
Amazing.
$90.
Amazing.
So
Cheers.
I'm moving to Ashland. Either way, even if this doesn't work out, I'm moving to Ashland. Also, fucking crazy. The reason I think it's going to work out is because the man that owns the property that this trailer is on. So my husband's mom owns the trailer. But some man named Dell owns the property. And it's split between like 3 other trailers and then like some cows, which they have babies every day right now.
Oh
and
my
it's
God,
so cute.
that's really
And I can
cute.
hear them giving birth in the middle of the night. And I just lay there smiling.
That's
it's really
magical.
cute. And I'll wake up and I'll be like, there's a baby. But the reason I think that this is going to work out is because Dell called my husband this morning and was like, hey, when do you think you guys are going to be out? Because I want to buy that trailer and get you guys out of there.
That's so amazing.
What?
What if he paid you to get out?
He is. Basically, I'm going to ask for $5,000.
That would be amazing.
Because he's like, oh, the bones are good. I'm just going to gut it and put new stuff in because he wants to move a family member in. So.
Oh my God. Hell yeah.
Oh, let's fucking go.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's amazing. It's
So,
happening.
I think that even though the world is fucked up, 2025 might be my year.
Mm-hmm.
I also have some other things
You
that
literally
I'm not going
said
to talk
that the
about
other
yet.
day.
But yeah. Things are happening.
Yeah, it's like that's an interesting, like, the juxtaposition of like everything outside of our personal lives is terrifying.
Well, it was like yesterday. I was like, I'm so happy. I'm having the best day. And then all of a sudden I got the doom that came down and I was like, are you allowed to be happy?
Yes.
Everything's so fucked up.
Yes. You have to be.
Does that happen to you?
Yes, all the time. And I think so many other people are dealing with that exact same thing. And like, fortunately, there's a lot of people out there on the internet that are like reminding us of how important the joy is. Like, you've probably seen it going around, but talking about the AIDS.
Yeah.
And when that was going on in the 80s of like, we were out in the streets and we were fighting and protesting and we were burying our friends by the, in the morning, doing this in the afternoon, and in the evening we partied, we danced
all night
because I'm having chills, like,
Same.
just thinking about that. Like, we have to have, like, all of it is important, and we have to be pissed off and we have to fight for what's right. And then we also have to like lean into the joy, because like it's energy, it's frequency. And when we're leaning into the joy and the beautiful things that are happening in our life, like, it literally creates ripples around us. Like, you being so happy, I'm so fucking stoked for you. That's making me really excited. And so then that's creating like joy inside of me. Like, we have to be able to see that there's joy happening in the world so that we can believe in the joy and the possibilities of the future.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's so fucking important. So if you yourself, listener, are struggling with this, like, please do both. Please, like, let this be an invitation, because it is so fucking important for us to do both. And it is a struggle because you do feel guilty, like, oh, things feel like they're going my way right now, and I should feel guilty for that because a lot of people are struggling out there. And like, that is so fucking real. And so sit with that and take a deep breath and remind yourself that, like, by you leaning into your joy and the good things happening around you, it creates more good things around you. And that includes like your community. When you are succeeding, it creates success around you. And so, and like, you are going to do good things with any success that you have.
Yeah.
Like, you're not a selfish asshole.
No.
You're going to do good things, and you're going to keep fighting the great fight and using your voice and your platform to advocate for what's right. Like, so you're not just sitting back like the fucking billionaires rolling in more money and
which they
fucking cutting off other people.
With the only reason they want money is to hurt other people, because they could never in one lifetime spend the amount of money that they have.
No.
So
and Elon Musk literally offered
to hurt others,
to fight world hunger with his money, and was like, just kidding. I'm gonna fucking buy this company and like use it for myself. Just kidding. Fuck other people. It's disgusting.
Never spend that amount of money. It's literally just to harm others and take away.
I mean, he spent, what was it, $270 million or whatever?
That is like $20 to you.
Yeah.
Like, that's
crazy.
Nothing. Yeah.
That's so much fucking money. Anyways,
I fucking hate that fucking Nazi.
I hope that you are ready for Witches That Rant, because
I also think they're Russian plants.
Ooh.
100%.
Yes.
Okay. What's going on with you?
I've missed laughing in a microphone with you. I mean, this is kind of crazy. Like, just a little timestamp. Like, This is our first recorded episode without Goldie.
Yeah.
In over a year.
Well, and when she was inside.
Oh, yeah. So pretty much almost our entire podcast.
Besides,
you got knocked up real fast. So it kind of feels like the beginning right now, which, like, I loved being able to like have that space where we can have Goldie come in.
Oh, I also stopped breastfeeding 2 weeks ago, which is
how's that going? How are you feeling?
So good. Oh my God.
Free?
So good. So good. Everything's easier. Like, she's happier, which nobody tells you that.
Amazing. Interesting.
She goes to bed easier every night. She naps.
Why is she the best baby?
Yeah.
You fucking
I don't think
lucked out.
people tell you that stuff, but it's true. Like, everything is easier. Everything was a lot harder. It was really hard, especially when we were traveling. Like, that was fucking hard. So she's a champ. I'm getting medicated and bought a vape pen. It kind of gives me a headache, but I hit it because it's fun.
I mean, you're like, I'm free right now. You gotta go do.
Yeah, I might do some drugs soon.
Yeah,
mom's night away or something.
Time to expand your mind.
Yep.
Oh my God, expanding your mind through drugs. Post baby.
It's probably crazy.
It's-
I could just cry
It's going to be interesting. You probably will.
Yeah.
But it'll be so cathartic. It'll be wonderful. It'll be amazing. Okay, let's talk about me.
Yeah. Your life has changed so much.
Oh my God. So Moonbees, my business, turns 2 since opening to the public this weekend, like from recording. So March 8th. That's so crazy, like, and awesome and amazing. And yeah, I've been like reflecting a lot on just how different everything is. Like I had, of course, I do love like social media and it giving you the like memories that pop up. It's nice to look back and see like, where was I? How far have I come? Like, what have I done? And there's a picture of me, like I had just started merchandising things. The register stand was like completed and painted.
Wait, so you opened your business the day before I found out I was pregnant?
Yeah. Literally. It was like all at the same time we like had a new creation.
Crazy.
Of course.
Of course.
And yeah, I did like a little post and it's just like I put some things on the register stand and was like, 1 more week. I can't wait to open up to you guys, like in my stories. And it was like so little, like not like right now, like my register stand is just filled with so many beautiful items. And it was just
Also,
like a few cute little items.
You didn't know any of the people that make Moonbees.
No.
You didn't know one.
Only
me.
you. Yeah. You were it. And you helped make Moonbees. Like
I love this place.
yeah, this was like you were so infused in this on so many levels. Like you helped me tag stuff. We record, like just being here and recording this creative energy in here for almost 6 months before I actually was able to open. Like we infused the energy of this space. We laid down the compost of what gets to be created here. You helped me fucking put up wallpaper
so much in here.
We had so much fun in here. Yeah. And like it's so different and like abundant and like expansive. And it's just, I'm like, even
is Richard still here?
Richard's totally here. Yeah, people feel him, they know him.
Okay.
We talk about Richard, the ghost of Moonbees. Yeah, he's a little quieter these days. I have like this aura light that I used to have in another location. I've moved it since, and he would turn it on and off all the time. I'd like come in and I know I turned it off and it was turned back on. It would happen right in front of me.
Can
too.
you close that? My eyes are turning pink.
Oh, I hate that. Oh, it's
Yeah.
this white building.
Yeah. Sorry. That's good enough. That feels good. Okay. Yeah, my eyes were just starting to like turn red.
Yeah, the sun reflects off that white building. It's crazy. Yeah, it's so wild. Like this place is full. I think I was just starting to move into the big room in our last recording.
I think it was like a chatter.
Yeah,
like
it was just
you're like Mark's leaving.
Well, we did record like a whole episode and we ranted about Donald Trump, and I don't think we ever put it out. Like it was, I think it was when it was after they were like, oh God, what was it? It was something big where we're just like, holy fuck, like I can't believe this is actually happening. It was something with the Supreme Court. No. We did a whole fucking episode. I don't think it ever made it like Patreon. Out there, and it was definitely a more like personal updated one too, and I like things were still kind of unsure. I wasn't really able to like say some stuff, I think. So anyways, yeah, there's, I used to sublease half of this building that we rent to my husband's old work. He's now in a different company, and once they kind of started to separate some ties, they stopped paying rent on that side. And so then Moonbees got to expand. And this was kind of like a big dream too, of like one day Moonbees is going to expand into that side and it's going to be amazing. We'll have more retail, we'll have community space, we'll have event space. And it feels so settled right now with like what it gets to be. There's this beautiful community space with couches and chairs,
many events,
and like so many events here. Like half of that room is more retail. I have so many people that are like local to the Rogue Valley or Oregon that like I personally connect with and do consignment with. So literally like you buy their products, I send them money that day. Like it's really cool. It's so fucking wild because I moved here to Southern Oregon in 2021 and I was like, I don't know if this is my place. I don't know if my people are here. And like finding this space, it was like I knew this was something I wanted to do eventually, and I didn't know that it would be here, and it was so supposed to be here.
So effortless.
And like, yeah, I was like, I wasn't in seek of, but I was open to possibility, and it just showed up. We signed another 2-year lease here back in October, so we'll be here for a little while. I am kind of like, there's a local soap company that's like right across from Over Easy, and they just moved into the other building across from me. It's a bigger space. There's like a part of me that like
wants to be
I want to be on the ground level because it would improve my business. People like, there's still people literally every single day. There's somebody new who's like, oh my God, how long have you been here? I'm like, 2 years. And they're like, what? No way. And that is kind of magical also. And it is like, especially, it's like I go back and forth because as soon as Trump got elected, I got a taser gun to put up here. I was like, the business that I'm doing and I'm not afraid to be loud about it. I literally will put things on my sandwich board that are very controversial. To our community is very heavily Republican, and at the same time,
it's split.
It is 50-50, but in the Valley total, we're much more red, I think.
The ones that are very hardcore.
Yeah. And like, it was the first time where I felt like maybe our safety up here could, this could change. And it was the first time I ever felt that. But at the same time, it honestly was like, but I have to do this. Like, I just got chills like saying that. Like, I have to be here. And literally so many people who come up here are like, we need more of this in the Valley. I didn't know a place like this existed in Medford. And it's like, people need moonbees here. And there's a reason why I found this place. It's a reason why I landed here. Like, I totally believe in the divine connection. So
you're here
for
2 more years?
Mm-hmm. Well, 1.5 years now. At least. And so it's
I think you'll be ready.
I think I'll be ready.
Yeah. Then,
it's sure. Like that would be prime. But it's smaller. Like that's also something I'm thinking about is like, I have so much space up here.
That space is pretty big.
But it's 3 times the amount of rent that I pay here, which is crazy. And so I will be paying more. And right now I'm actually maybe going to have some profit.
What's funny is today I was coming in here and I was thinking, it's crazy how she's always just so content with whatever she has, but I didn't realize that sometimes you do want more growth in this space because obviously this space is awesome, but like what you're doing is even more awesome. And so I was wondering if you were fine just staying here because I thought that there are like
about the growth,
bigger things that could happen for you.
Yeah, I'm always thinking about like what's next with Moonbees. I definitely have a bigger picture. Like I have dreams and visions. I keep seeing it in my head, whether it's like just me or other people, like because this place has really been built with so many people and it only gets to exist. Like it's getting to a point I can't do it by myself anymore. Like I'm so fucking exhausted.
Yeah.
I'm so tired, but like it's so important.
But you're building.
I'm building
a business.
Yeah, I'm building a business.
There's no sleep. No. You get more rest than most people that have to build a business because you have a lot of support.
I do. And I'm so grateful and so lucky and like just what has been built into this space and the support that I get.
Is also a little harder with a family. Like, sometimes you're supporting 2 people. No, just you though, and Mark, as a family too. I'm just saying, like sometimes you're supporting 2 people, sometimes he's supporting 2 people.
Yeah.
Same with me. Like I make really good money, but when it's 2 adults and a baby, it's not. It's basically like we both make $50,000 a year, which is not very much.
Yeah.
So It's like you have to realize that your business right now is kind of taking care of you and your husband and your house.
Yeah,
and
it's been
so
floating
you're
up.
not allowed, but you don't have that. Since both of you aren't at the top, you can't put as much back into your business.
Yeah.
And so you're having to hustle a little bit more, which
I
is
have
like
to show up.
sometimes. Kurt was telling me this story. This is like totally relevant but different. But like this YouTuber guy that he follows is like famous on YouTube, and he really wanted to buy a racetrack, and the racetrack was like $1 million, and he had to borrow like $400K from a friend, and he put every single dollar he had in it. And then COVID happened.
Fuck.
And he said there was some days there was literally $0 in his bank account, but he had to make it work, and he had to make those YouTube videos, and he had to show up because that was just like what it was, and there was no other way. And this was his dream, and he was putting every single thing into it. And sometimes that's just what the fuck it is. And now he's up on top, and he's like, you know, making money and stuff. But sometimes you have to go complete zero or negative.
Yeah.
For your dreams to exist.
Yeah. And I really like
if you
wouldn't want it
enough,
any other way. Like I couldn't imagine doing anything else other than like growing this business.
Yeah, it's worth
what I'm doing. It's totally worth it.
Tear, every yawn, every everything.
And I keep showing up, and like when it's just too hard, I am really lucky to have some people who love this space.
Some people.
Like I love this space, and
people
like,
work for you for free sometimes. Yeah. Right now.
Yeah.
Right now, someone is in the other room manning the front desk just so we can be in here recording.
It's so true. And without that, I don't like that. That's kind of been really hard too about like coming back to the podcast is like before when we were doing it, when I was even running this business, I was working 4 days a week. And so I had like my 5th working day was doing this podcast. Like we spend hours in here together and like hours brainstorming, and then there's the editing, and then there's the posting and like writing up what the episode is. Like there's so much work that goes into this thing that we love to do.
Like we just show up and rant.
Making a podcast is no fucking joke, man. Like and I wouldn't want to like not do this. Like, and it's so hard because it's like this isn't, and I know you understand, like it's not something that's paying our bills right now, but we do see potential and like hopefully making some money from this too, because it is important to us. And the only way that we can keep doing it, I think, like as we go forward, is like even just getting what we're paying monthly to host this, to like put it out there, which is a lot of money. We spend a lot of money every year just to have it on the internet so that you can listen to it. Like we could just go to YouTube. That would save us a couple $100 a year. We could just do things differently. It wouldn't sound as good. Like, and we want this to be something quality. It's really important to us, and we believe in it. And so
this is another business thing that you just show up and you believe, you put in the work. And I have I can just feel it today. My brain works different. I have more capacity. I'm gonna cry just saying this, to like to put a little bit into this. I've always been a very business oriented person and like worked really hard, and having a child changes everything. And even having to be the one that pays the bills, I was literally just showing up. And so I thank Jen, the owner of the J Rose, for giving me a space to just show up every day and do my job instead of having to do all of the business stuff, because like I didn't have the extra time. I have a little bit more mental and emotional space right now. But my brain does feel different today showing up for this podcast than it has since basically the day I got pregnant. Like I showed up here, but I wasn't able to not think straight, but kind
sometimes
of. Like it's like it takes
but you showed up
and
too, which is kind of fucking seasons. Amazing.
And
there are tissues behind you if you need them.
I think that this season's gonna be a lot different than it ever has been, because now we have experience and I have brain power. I might not have time, but I'll make time. But I have the brain.
We're figuring it out. And we're
made time. I made time.
Yeah.
I made it all. I wrote it down. We're going to be here. We will be putting out episodes for you every week, no matter what.
Yep.
We're doing
We're
it.
figuring it
We
out.
might take another break. But hopefully it's planned.
And if you are like here listening and you've been here with us through all the transitions, like fucking thank you from the bottom of our heart. Like it's so like I just have chills. Like
who is even listening to this? Who's still here? Please say something.
I know, please, like honestly, we want to interact with you. We want to talk to you. We want to be besties with you. We want to share emotions with you. Like even just sending an email to wakingupthewitch
if
at
you
gmail.com.
are local and you hear this and okay, this is just see if anybody's listening. If you're local and you hear this and you mention this episode, I will give you 50% off of your first service with me. 50%. You just have to mention it. If you're a new client, I don't see you already, and you're listening to this.
That's amazing, you guys. You have no idea.
I'm not going to put this in any like show notes or anything. You have to have listened to it. Don't you tell anybody.
Won't tell
I
anybody.
said this.
I won't tell anybody.
If you're listening, let me know.
I'll do the same.
Okay.
50% off.
Any service.
If you mention that, hey, I listened to Waking Up the Witch. And for Amber, for me, this voice talking to you, everything I do can be done virtually as well. So
hell yeah.
You don't have to be local. I will give you 50% off any service.
For me, if you are not local and you want to do something virtually, I can always do a consultation, and that could be free. So just message me on my Instagram. That can help you so much
with just hair care,
100%.
Product care, how to style your hair, how to make it easy.
It's only like 15 minutes. I'm not giving you that much time. I'm here for you.
I love that.
Wow.
Yeah,
our first
we're so
ad.
lucky. I know, we have to be better at promoting ourselves.
I just wrote some notes.
Yeah, this is I feel the same. Like literally yesterday, it was my day off, and it's a Monday, and Mondays I'm making Canva things. Like I'm working from my couch at home because I have a community space, so it's hard for me to sometimes get work done at work, which is a beautiful problem to have.
Get your work done?
It used to be so easy. Now it's like so hard, and I'm just learning how to have better boundaries with it and figure out what that looks like for me. So
you should set some office hours.
I do sometimes, but it's also like I have to tune into like, what is my brain power doing? Like, can my brain work on these things today? Is my brain fueling and firing off? Like, let's make some stuff. Because if I set it on my schedule of like, today is a business day and my brain's not fucking operating the way I need it to, then that's a waste of time. And so I'm just better at being spontaneous and checking in daily. But anyways, I'm making stuff on my couch on Mondays, posting my calendar, talking with people who are doing events to like make sure I have all the info correct. And I had like a total fucking shutdown looking at my calendar for this week, and not even just like my boutique hours and my events on the calendar, but like I overbooked myself so hardcore this week, and just the anticipation of everything I get to do, I was like, I'm so exhausted just looking at the calendar. And I had to remind myself, be present, fucking breathe, take one day at a time. Even showing up today, I was like, oh my God, I'm going to be so tired. Like, what a wild way to start the week. And I'm here to tell you right now,
feeling
this
energized
is fueling my life right now. Like being here, hanging out with you, chatting into the microphone, doing this thing that we love so much that we haven't been able to do.
And everyone's
I'm like, this week's gonna be fucking great. Like, I feel so good because we get to do this right now. Like, this makes me so fucking happy. And it's gonna be a long week, and I've overbooked myself, and it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be fucking fabulous.
You're gonna show up.
And
I think the message this episode is to just show up.
Just show up every single day.
Just show up. I think that our message before has been like, oh, be in your feminine energy and don't show up sometimes if you don't want to. But right now we're
Sometimes
saying
we just have to show
up.
And that's something
The world needs us to show up right now.
I think about that like every day with my business when I like every day is a success, regardless if I have people come in and spend money or not. Like it's a success because I get to be here doing this and like being somebody in the community, and I'm inspiring other people like just by doing what I'm doing, and I'm fucking faking it. Like I don't know what I'm doing. Like truly,
nobody knows what they're doing.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Especially the people running the country.
I didn't go to college. I didn't graduate high school. Like I'm running a business. I am succeeding. Like, and I'm coming out even. Like that's crazy for a business. Like businesses first 5 years go and mega
100%.
debt. And at the end of the year, I'm coming out even. And this year I'm already coming out on top.
Yep.
Like, and it's amazing. And I'm so fucking lucky and fortunate. And all I'm doing is trusting my intuition. And I'm showing up for my life.
Yeah, you didn't have to take out loans. You didn't have to do all this stuff. Like
I mean, I was lucky that we sold a house in Denver and moved to Oregon. And so like I wouldn't have been able to do it without some cash money. Like I'm not saying I had zero support. Like I lived in 10 minutes from downtown Denver. My husband bought our house before things got fucking crazy. And like we came out with money that could support us to buy a new house out here. I got a new car, and I was able to build a business. Like I did have some money that came to me that helped me do this to begin with, where I didn't have to go into debt.
To be.
But exactly. And so like you can, like I started in my home. Like I started this in 2020 during the pandemic, and I started working on did you just get approved for the house right now on air? Oh, yeah. He spoke it into the microphone. I want to cry for you.
All great references. The place is yours if you want it. I leave this town this Friday for 16 days. So if you do want it, give me a check. Done. I want to. Okay, whatever.
You don't have to wait. My heart. I feel that so deeply.
I had to say thank you. I'm about to type love you. I have to call my husband.
Yep.
We got the house.
Oh, we did?
Yeah, we did.
Nice.
I just started crying.
No.
What did she say? She said, all great references. The place is yours if you want it. I leave town this Friday for 16 days. So if you do want it, give me the check for the first month's rent as a deposit. I said, what's up? Where you at? Wow. Okay. I love you.
No longer squalor folk.
No longer people of cows. Okay. I love you.
Awesome. I love you.
I'll let you know when we're close to done.
Okay.
Okay. Bye. Holy shit. Oh my god.
Fuck, we're supposed to be doing this.
Okay. Hold on.
In this moment while we're together on air. You are an amazing manifester.
Yeah.
You're really fucking good at this.
I need maybe to try harder, but everything happens also.
You
when
don't
it's
need to
supposed
do
happen.
anything. You are ready. Just being you is doing it. That's for you. That's for me. That's for anyone listening. Like the shoulds and the needs. Patience
part is hard.
Yeah, the trusting. And like with that being said, that is the journey that I fucking been on this past year, is the literal fucking trust and surrender in my life. Like my husband leaving that company, like it's been such a fucking goddamn journey. And even still, it's like, I feel like I can see the light and we're still not there yet.
Yeah.
But I believe and I trust. Like, yeah, it's kind of crazy. Like he was so depressed and so uncertain and so just like feeling like shit, feeling like he wasn't getting what he deserved for the work that he's been putting in. He was fucking like made to feel worthless, if I'm being fucking honest. And went through did so much and put his all into this company that was like, you're the manager, but not really. So just like fuck up, shut up and do your job and let these other people walk all over you. And the whole team fucking crumbled before his eyes because he was doing what they wanted him to do. And you know what? This company's probably suffering because of that decision.
100%.
And
They're not here
They
anymore.
lost all of those people. They're still here, but they're not here. They're not doing the same thing. And he was really struggling. And they still sold him on something else when he was trying to leave them. And
didn't pull
they
through.
didn't.
No.
Yeah, they didn't pull through. It was another 5 or 6 months of the same fucking bullshit. And I have to keep reminding him, I'm like, you are a salesperson working for a sales company and the owners are salespeople. Like, they are going to sell you as their their contractor. They're going to sell you on their business and what's going to benefit them. And they knew that losing you, like, wasn't really going to be in their best interest, though they've kind of felt that they might have fewer problems offering you this other type of position with them. And they had the same fucking problems. And they sold you on this thing that, like, literally put us in more debt, like, if I'm being honest. And like,
because he was trying to start his own business.
We believed together. I was like, if you believe in this, I believe in you. And
100%.
he was still held back by this company with a lot of the same fucking issues. Of course, in hindsight, of course. In the moment, like, it was going to be really fucking good. And all the signs were pointing to yes. If that company went through with what they were promising, like, that would have been really fucking amazing for us. And it would have worked out really, really well. And right around our anniversary, which our anniversary date was on the day after election, when we all found out that things were terrible. And we were trying to take a little trip to the coast. That same day, we had to pull over on our way to the coast because they had this meeting planned where they ended up just cutting their contract and releasing him, which was like terrifying and horrible, and also exactly what needed to happen and what should have happened forever ago. And
ew, they're so gross.
They're so gross. Literally, since we've been out here, they have fucked with our anniversary every single year. The first year, they decided to come to town and have like a team dinner on our anniversary. And they're like, hope you don't mind. And so we had like our anniversary we spent with them. And then there was something else that happened the next year. But literally every single year since we've been out here, our anniversary. Oh, it wasn't our anniversary the year before. It was when we went to the DR. It was, we were flying out on Valentine's Day. It's like any romantic, like, intentional day to be together. Like, they made it about them. And then this year it was like, great, we're totally separated, and Mark's in a total panic of like, what the fuck am I gonna do? But you know what? Everything happens for a reason, and he got paired up like within the hour with another company that actually has a much better pay structure and is much more like balanced and not so like greedy, hungry, capitalism structure. Like, it's a totally different structure. It's more about the client. It's more about the sales rep and making sure that everyone's getting paid fairly, like across the whole company, not just
like a pyramid
yeah
scheme,
yeah
basically.
It's like everyone's pay is affected by how much you're selling the deal for, not just the sales rep, because ultimately the sales rep ends up losing so much money. It's like, from what they sell it at, it ends up being way less by the end, because there's always like upgrades or things that need to happen in order for it to get put on the roof, and that only comes out of the salesperson's the person who's actually doing the work, it comes out of their paycheck of what they're potentially going to get, not the people on the back office, not the people running the company, not even the person setting the appointment. Like, it all comes out of their money. And that's how most of these companies work. And so this company is a little different. Like, if any of these changes happen, whatever the total sale is, it affects everyone. So that means that they're like more invested in making sure that everything's going smoothly, which is nice. So, and there's so many, there's just so many other things. It's like, it's still like a struggle, because when back in spring and summer, when he was trying to leave this company, we were already struggling, and we've been living on credit cards, and whatever cash money we have, like, there's still a lot of bills that have to come out in cash, like out of our bank, like, and me running a business, like, pretty much all my bills have to come out of the cash for the most part for this business, and then our home. And it's like, it's expensive to do this. And it's been like, I've been on edge literally every single month of like, how the fuck are we going to do this? How the fuck are we going to do this? How the fuck are we going to do this? There's still money that company owes us to this day. It's been almost a year. And hopefully.
Do you expect to see that?
Mark's relying on it. It's money that's paid by the state to the company, and Mark is expecting like a decent lump from that once it gets paid out. So I understand there's like, it takes a while for the state to pay out. So like, it makes sense that we're still waiting on it, but it's like, we could really use that right now. So yeah, anyways, like, it's just been a fucking roller coaster of trust and surrender this whole year. And probably like January was finally when it was like, okay, I think things are going to work out. And like, we still aren't to the point where like that we're getting that flow in, but it's like, things are happening. My husband's feeling more confident. He's having more success. He's like kind of back on his role again. And the work that he does, like, it just takes a while to get paid out on it. But once it does, then the flow is just ever going.
Crazy is like, most people in my life and my friends, maybe not in my life, but most of my friends, like, nobody has a
regular
real
job. Yeah.
And so everybody's
kind of
always
interesting
like,
that you're surrounded
is
by
it
people.
big? Is it no? Like, am I gonna get this? Am I gonna do that? Like, for me, every single day is different.
Yep.
Every single week is different. Every single month, like, some of my months are $3,000 more or less.
Yeah. That's a lot of money to be fluctuating.
Yeah, it is a lot of money. And I was like sending my, stuff over to this lady to get this house. And I was like, my months are between this and this, which is kind of like a big, it's like having $3,000 less dollars a month is a lot less to have. But then it's like, and then my friends grow weed, and that goes different every month. And then you have this business, and then like sales and like services type of stuff is like honestly pretty hard.
Yeah, it's not an easy life.
It's not an easy.
It can be really
lucrative.
Yeah, it can be really amazing. Like, you can be very successful, I believe.
And also you have a little bit more flexibility than somebody else would. And so it's like kind of
totally.
The price you pay, I think, is like, I can literally make my schedule whatever I want, whenever I want. Doesn't matter. Like, it's, and still make good money if I show up.
Yeah.
Hopefully. So it's worth it, but it's hard, and I do recommend opening your own business.
Yeah, if you're willing to put in the work, it does pay off. And that's kind of been the amazing thing through this whole transition. And I mean, it's also kind of magical. So we got a roommate since last recording. We have a very temporary roommate. She moved in at the end of October, and she's moving out in 3 weeks from now. So it was like a little 6-month thing, but it's like, it's really hard. It's hard to live with people, but oh my God. And we're not even charging her what we would actually charge a roommate to live there, but it's just the logistics of how everything fell together. And her
500,
600. but we would be charging more
Yeah.
for
sure.
someone to live there. Like, that barely covers bills. Like, it's not cheap to fucking live. And even that little bit of money is helping sustain us. And with this new company, they're literally subleasing the very tiny small room in the back of Moonbees for like almost the same amount that we were charging for the entire half side of the space. We're not charging them bills. We're only charging them like rent, so it is cheaper than what
Mark's
the
new
previous company was paying, but they're paying for that tiny, I mean, it's a good size. It's an office room. It's a good size, but like comparatively to what we were charging the other company, like they were also paying all of our internet, which is a lot of money here in a business, and half of the bills. So it was still a few $100s more, like $400 more. So, but we're just charging them like flat rate for this back room, and they literally have only used it once, and we've been charging them since November.
Wow.
And that, it's like, how did we manifest that? And that is so supportive, like in this transition time. So we're getting literally like a good chunk of money that's paying for some of the bills that was like unexpected, and it's all very temporary. Both of those things are very temporary, but it's floating us during this time of like uncertainty and waiting for the money to flow in. And I'm like,
way
that is so fucking magical.
If we get if Dell pays for this trailer,
yeah, that's
like,
fucking amazing.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Basically, if he pays what I want from him, it would be all of the rent back that I paid in the last.
That's amazing.
In the last however long.
It's interesting because it's kind of similar timelines. Like, you moved into that trailer
September. August.
Yeah. So that's like, and then right after that is when we got the roommate, and right at like literally the same couple of weeks is when Mark went to the new company, and they immediately paid us.
Get off my timeline.
We share this timeline, but it's like, it's creating this like abundance and this buffer while we like get our shit together. And and then that means that's that much less that I'm paying for bills and rent here, which means I actually can be profitable in that time, like giving me that space while taking up more space.
Yeah.
At the same time. And like, I think about that and I just kind of laugh of like, how did, like, I know we're struggling, and like we're deep in credit card debt right now.
Same.
And like, there's still like the reality of that like we need cash to like pay that down, and like what we're paying is barely paying for the interest on some
also,
cards.
if you're not buying a car or a house, like your credit score doesn't matter right now. Sorry.
But also having a good credit score feels abundant even when you don't have money. That happened to me in this time when I was like, we're so fucking broke. And I had an 800 credit score for the first time ever in my life. It's no longer that. It happened for a fucking blink of an eye, but I was like, what? That was possible? Like, I come from like 500 credit score.
Okay. Well, can't relate there, but you know,
it's never happened to me before. That felt abundant. I was like, I have literally no money and so much credit card debt. But for the first time ever, my credit score is 800. Cool. Like, I'm almost all the way as far as you can go. And I don't know if I'll ever get back there. But
yeah,
that felt kind of cool for a second.
But you were totally right. That if you are not buying a car or a house, it does not matter what your credit score is, and you can.
Well, it depends on your rental.
Yeah, or renting
if you're
a house.
Moving into a new place.
If you're not trying to move into a house, rent or buy a car, it doesn't really fucking matter.
It's all weird fake shit that got invented also less than 100 years ago.
You can dispute that shit, and you don't take any of this as like legal advice, but you can dispute it and like and negotiate. So it's like fucking dumb, stupid, fake
it's
stuff.
All weird. Do they have credit scores in other countries?
No, I don't think so. And there wasn't
I've never thought about that
here
right
until
now,
the 70s.
Yeah, it's less than 100 years.
But do people have credit cards in other countries?
For sure they do, right?
I don't know.
For sure.
Okay.
But fuck
Is there anything else you want to update on your life?
I've just been fucking working. Like, yeah, it's like we're kind of in a whole new era. Like,
Things are changing. I feel just
Yeah.
sitting down here today, this entire season is way different than anything that I even
true.
wanted it to be. It's just happening.
It
and
is
I'm going
happening.
with the flow and I'm going with my feelings.
Yes.
And I think it might not be like quote unquote political, but it's going to be moving and we are going to be trudging forward fighting the fucking man this entire fucking season. And
Yeah.
it's going to go in that direction right now because that's what's important. We're going to have hard conversations
Yeah.
with people that are important and need their voices to be heard.
Yeah.
And we're going to give them that platform.
Yep.
So also, if you have anybody that you think needs to be on this podcast and has stuff that they want to say, we are looking for people in the LGBTQ community, any trans person that wants to talk about their life story and experience, any people of color, any business owners, any veterans, anyone that has had their lives fucked up by this. I would love to talk to somebody that started growing up like conservative, was MAGA, and has changed since then. Like, I want to have hard conversations this season.
I would also love to talk to people from like way back when these original protests were happening in the 60s and
100%.
70s. Like, I would love to talk to older generations about people who...
Old gays
would be amazing. Like, people who have been around fighting this great fight for longer than we've been alive, because if it weren't for them, none of us would be here right now having these conversations or having the freedom and liberty to have those conversations. And I feel like Taylar and I are very privileged in so many ways in the lives that we do get to live, and we have our own hardships that are our own, but like, we are cis white women in this world.
I'm a little gay sometimes, but nobody really knows.
I think we're all a little gay sometimes, honestly.
My life.
But yeah, you're not out there like you're not having that struggle in the real world where people are. Yeah,
that was just a joke.
But
sorry.
But truly, like, if you're not a little gay, you're probably lying.
Everybody is gay. If we could even talk to like local fucking senators, Republicans, like, I am down to go hard this season, and people in our community that are advocating and open. I'm in a progressive moms groups that is showing up to like town halls and stuff. Like, I could get some of those girlies in here.
Can we talk about town hall?
We need to show up.
Holy motherfucking fuck. Like, whoo, I have so much fire and rage.
We need to start going to town halls.
Yeah. I just, this country, we are so fucking close to being the Handmaid's Tale. It is so not a fucking joke. And I refuse. So many of us who feel like we're safe. We're not. We are not fucking safe. There's so much fucking happening. And that woman, that doctor.
Oh no.
In town hall in Idaho. This was a week ago.
Yeah.
It fucking wrecked me.
Yeah,
I cried so much. I felt so triggered. I felt so uncertain of like, how the fuck did there were a few women like trying, like saying stuff and trying to speak up, but like no one was fucking taking action for this poor woman. And all the men just sat there. Just fucking sat there.
Okay, wait. First of all, we need to be saying her name.
Please.
It is Teresa Pole is how I think you say it. We need to be saying her name. She's not just this lady.
That fucking piece of shit who called her a little girl. I lost my shit. I lost my fucking shit. I felt so triggered by that. That is so condescending. And like, town hall meetings are for the people's voices to be heard, not to be controlled. And the fact that she was detained and aggressively held by these people who refuse to state what their position was is absolutely bullshit. Like, that should have never fucking happened.
Teresa Borenpole, a former Democratic candidate for state office in Idaho.
Like, where's the fucking respect?
Legality. Those people need to go to.
On
That is illegal.
That was illegal.
That's kidnapping.
And
That is kidnapping.
is the one being prosecuted for what you call it?
I don't know, but that's
What's it called when you hit somebody? My brain. Cut.
Damn it.
Assault.
My phone doesn't work in here. Yeah. Assault.
She's being charged with assault and battery.
When she was being kidnapped.
And she was very peacefully resisting. And all she was asking.
She was being kidnapped.
She was being kidnapped. She was asking if they were deputies. And no one was fucking answering her. And she was being hauled away and touched and groped by these fucking
It's illegal
men.
to not show your badge.
Yeah.
That is called kidnapping.
That was insane.
The part that made me so upset is the woman sitting in front of her looked at her and moved her purse. Like, it was like gross. Like, she was like, oh, don't touch my stuff. Like, well, I was just like, you fucking bitch. It's the part that was most upsetting to me. Well, when she said, like, that's what a rapist would say.
Was ready. She
started
had that
crying.
Ready.
But also just the people watching and recording. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? And then I started thinking, okay, this could happen again. What am I going to do in this situation?
Well, and that's the thing.
What are you going to do in this situation?
You need to decide right now. You need to decide right now if something like that is happening, how are you going to react to it? Because shit happens and we think we're going to react one way, and it's easy for us to judge why didn't people react this way. But if you're not prepared to react a certain way when these things are happening, you're going to fucking freeze.
I'm prepared.
That has happened to me so many times where I'm like, I'm in a situation that I never thought would happen. And I'm the responsible person to be making a decision and change the situation. And everyone's looking to me to be the leader to make this decision. And I'm frozen because I cannot believe this is happening right now. And for things that don't even fucking matter. But for something like that matters, like, I'm choosing to fucking use my voice because I have a fucking fireball inside of me when I'm a Libra. When things are, like, not unjust or fair, like, it is literally a part of me to fucking fight. And I also have a Sagittarius moon, so I'm fucking fiery. And I will speak the fuck out. I cannot freeze. So hopefully, because making that decision now, should I ever find myself in a position like that, I do not fucking freeze. We don't know how we're going to react.
That it's a good time to just ask yourself, what am I going to do? Because I promise you, and I'm upset to say this, it's not the last time this going to happen.
No, it's not.
So what are you going to do? When somebody's being pulled away by ICE, or a woman is being pulled away for speaking out at a town hall, or something fucked up is happening to someone around you because the president says it's okay, what are you going to do? You need to have a plan. And you might go to jail too, or you might get hurt too, but you have to try.
Let's talk to those people who've gone to jail because they spoke out. Okay. Because of they were seeing
we
injustice.
Are looking Jane Fonda. Can you come on the podcast, please?
Oh my God, have we ever had a bigger ask?
People like that. Somebody that's willing and has fought the man.
We have a platform.
I can find people on TikTok.
You're really good at this. We have a platform. We want to use it. We want
Who are those two old people that were like,
they were amazing. Up. Yeah, just shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up.
We need to find them.
Yep.
Okay.
On it.
Okay. We got to get off of here soon. Do you want to... I feel like pulling a card's weird from that deck right now. We need something more angry.
Let's find an angry deck.
BRB.
Ooh, I know. It's a wild woman deck. Great. Well, thank you guys for being here. Thanks for coming back. Tell all your friends we're back. And that you love this podcast. If you do, rate, review, subscribe, share on your socials, all that good stuff. It really helps us. We're back and we're fiery.
We're back. Things are different.
So we're just going to end this episode like we do every episode with a card pull. I am pulling from the Wild Woman Oracle. There's a cute little saying on here. It says, awaken your true, free, and soulful self. I got 2 cards that came out. Oh, I love that. Okay, so the first card is called Blessed Yule, and its message is hope. I love that. And the second card is I am whole, and it represents wholeness. So I'll read those both from the book. This deck is so beautiful. I love it. It's like copper and black and super witchy, super feminine, very inspiring. Get in tune with that deep, dark, feminine energy. We all have it, no matter how you identify. Okay, the first card, Blessed Yule, Hope. Though I may be currently enduring a difficult situation or season in my life, what rays of hope can I focus on to remind myself of my inner light and resilience? Spot on. Message of this card: regardless of the time of year, you literally find yourself in Yule, an often bitterly cold and dark Sabbath urges you to seek your own internal light and remember that seasons of darkness and hardship are always eventually succeeding by seasons of joy and ease. Even if your external circumstances seem too difficult to overcome at times, rekindle the knowledge that nothing can dim the eternal flame within your spirit. And there's a lot more about this card too, but I feel like that's pretty spot on.
What? 3 times I've made bedtime tea. I've got the same fucking thing, and it's just that light can't exist without darkness.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I love that.
I was like,
what do you put in your bedtime tea?
Oh, that's what the thing said. Like the little yogi. That's just the bedtime yogi. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
But I mean, the blend that I made you would be great for bedtime.
Yeah, I like that blend a lot. I've been enjoying it. Do you hear all that honking outside?
Yeah, what's happening?
So Catty Corner, from where Moonbees is, there's this big like open plaza area. And there's usually protests out there. Good. And so I think, and it's not like we're a few blocks from Planned Parenthood. And so sometimes people will be out there protesting for that. Sometimes there's people holding signs for Jesus. It's never loud like this when people are out there doing that. So my hope, and
a lot of people out there right now. Yeah.
Can you see any of the signs or anything? Because I have to say, like, watching all these protests that have been going on.
No, but there's at least 100 people out there. 75. There's a lot of people out there.
Amazing. Watching all these protests that have been happening the past several weeks have literally given me so much hope and joy. And like, in our little tiny small community here, like we live in a pretty medium-sized city, like maybe even more small than medium. It's not huge. And to see people out here in this area protesting on our side for things, I cry every single time I see people out in the streets. And it's not easy to be out there around others with such heightened emotions. Like someone as an empath who soaks up a lot of fucking energy every week in the work that I do, it's really hard to be out there, and just seeing that people are out there inspires the fuck out of me. And like, what a time to be alive to see that, of like, we're not staying quiet.
I've also never felt more high than running from the cops during a protest and a riot. Really scary, but it was really exhilarating.
Sure, it's like free drugs.
Yeah.
That's cool. We'll keep you posted. We'll go outside and see what's happening out there. That's pretty fucking cool. Okay, the second card, I am whole, wholeness. What qualities or desires have I repressed into my shadow? Because as a child, I thought they thought that they made me bad, quote unquote. And how can I compassionately integrate them? Ooh, very Scorpio.
I've been thinking a lot about that, raising a daughter.
Yeah. What's come through for you? What are you thinking?
I just don't. I'm thinking like, how can I make her more confident, where I felt very like not worthy. And like, I remember other little girls being really confident about me, around me, and me just feeling like I wasn't good enough, and like how do I make her feel so confident that like she's never afraid to say how she feels or show up how she wants, whether it's fucking weird or cool or whatever. Like I never want her to feel.
Well, she's got an Aquarius moon or rising
Moon and a Taurus rising.
So cool. Yeah. She's so cool.
How can I do better? I guess it's exactly that card.
Yeah, totally. Like those things are a part of us, and they're important to shine too, and to not be cast away into the shadow. The message of this card: you are being called to lovingly descend into the realm of the shadow, as there are parts of you that are yearning to be seen and held. Consciously bring together all you find within your depths, not for the sake of attaining perfection, but wholeness, which is the ultimate path of enlightenment.
Yeah, I think I also have let go of perfection now being a mom. Like, I don't give a fuck. I don't care.
It's interesting with that. So my like favorite part of astrology that I've just nerded out on the past like 3 years or so is the nodes. And we each have our own nodes and our own birth chart, but we are very affected, as all planets and transits and stuff, by the nodes. And we just transitioned in January into North Node in Pisces and South Node in Virgo. And the South Node is about our past and what we're releasing and what we're moving through. And Virgo is very well known for being perfectionist and tidy and having everything like perfectly aligned before putting it out into the world or doing the thing. So
let's be messy.
Releasing perfectionism is kind of the collective energy that we're going into. And the nodes will stay in these signs for 18 months before they transition into new signs. So it's big
ready
energy,
to be messy.
And our nodes are about our destiny and who we're becoming.
It's like, let's be messy. And
Pisces they're very spiritual, they're very
emotional,
very emotional, very dreamy, very like not of this world. And it's the 12th house sign, which is like the end of astrology. So it's like literally gone through the whole journey. Like if you think about tarot and how you're on the fool's journey, astrology is the same. Aries is the first sign in the zodiac and Pisces is the last. And so like each sign you're gathering new information and more knowledge, and Pisces is like the final sign before we start over again. So it is like we've literally lived a whole life. We've gained all the knowledge. We have all the ideals. It's the most spiritual sign. And so we're like really like the North Node is about like where we're going. And so collectively we are heading into a more spiritually awakened state of mind.
Let's go
as well. So anyways, we're gonna nerd out on astrology and all things magic and witchy and political and human rights and all of the goodness as we move forward on this season of Waking in the Witch. Waking in the Witch? Waking
fuck
up
capitalism, fuck the patriarchy, and fuck
Donald Trump and Elon Musk.
Elon Musk is not even good enough to lick my shoe. Or my asshole.
Ew, no.
Gross.
Don't even let him near your asshole.
No,
that's
never.
Sacred. Okay, so what do you want to tell people to do to take care of themselves this week?
Fight the patriarchy!
Yes, that's all. Just fight the patriarchy and take care of your mental health if things feel
paint your toenails
too overwhelming.
Gay colors.
Watch some reality TV or something fun, or paint your toenails gay colors. Yeah. Fucking, it's all about balance. Fight the patriarchy and take care of your mental health.
And listen to Waking Up the Witch. Put sparkles here.
Oh my god, so many sparkles.
Bye.
Bye.
I should have said that about my butthole.
You talk about your butthole a lot on this show.
This episode has been produced by my husband, Curtis Burgess.
Make sure to follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at Waking Up the Witch.
And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please email us at wakingupthewitch@gmail.com.
And don't forget to head over to the link in our bio on Instagram for all the ways to connect with both Amber and Taylar. And go to moonbeeswellness.com for all your self-care and witchy needs.
We love you. Bye.
Bye. Ow. Ow.